Lesson 22, Rapid Formula Copy. In this lesson, we'll take a look at something I call the fill handle dance, one of the most frustrating and universal problems that we have in Excel. I'll show you how to avoid that problem by double-clicking the fill handle, but we have to watch out for blank cells, and we can get around that by hiding sparse columns. Okay, so in the last lesson, we learned how to build a formula that would take the text from column A, join it together with a space, and the text from column B, but now we need to copy that down to all of our rows. I know a lot of times people will grab the fill handle and start to drag. But if you have 1,000 rows, as you drag, Excel starts going faster and faster and faster and faster, and before you know it, Excel has blown past the end of the data. You put on the brakes and start to drag back up, and again, Excel starts going faster, 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 and you've blown past the end of the data again. Now you'll notice there in Excel 2007, they purposely kind of slow down to give you a chance to put the brakes on. Of course, if your reflexes aren't fast enough, that's not going to help. So we start dragging back down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and we finally get to the right spot. Well, if you've ever done this, don't feel bad. I think everyone has run through this. I call this the fill handle dance. A much faster way to go, I'm going to hit undo to undo that copy, is not to drag the fill handle, the square dot, but instead just to double click the fill handle. When we double click the fill handle, and then I press end down to make sure it went all the way, sure enough, Excel takes that data and copies it all the way to the end of the data set. Well, how does it know? The basic rule is that Excel will look to the left, and if there's data to the left, then it assumes that that's the controlling column. It will copy all the way down to the end of the data set. But here's the gotcha. You need to watch out for missing data in the column to the left. If I would double-click the fill handle here, Excel looks to the left, goes until it encounters a blank cell, and it'll only copy the data down to that row. So this never happens on the first page, of course. You have to hit end down and make sure that you made it all the way to the end of the data set. A great trick for getting around this is if your data in column C is sparse, there's lots of blanks, but column B is completely filled in. In this case, column B is the last name, so unless we're selling to Cher or Madonna or Prince, people without last names, this is going to work out perfectly. What we'll do is we'll hide column C. I'll right-click, choose Hide, and now watch, even though there's blanks in column C, when I double-click the fill handle in D, sure enough, it goes all the way to the bottom of the data set. So the trick is using the visible column to the left. I'll choose both columns and unhide to get the original data back. Now let's take a quick look at exactly how this is working. Let's say that we have a formula equal 2 plus 2, and there's data to the left. Of course, as we just saw, the double-click the fill handle will work. Let me undo and move the data from the left to the right. Again, double-click the fill handle will work. But what if there's data on both the left and the right? In that case, the data on the left wins. So we have more rows on the left, less rows on the right. When I double-click, it copies it down far enough to match the left column. Even if the data on the right had more rows, the data on the left still wins. It only copies down as far as the data on the left. Now, here's one interesting fact that not many people realize. The true cell that actually wins this race is the cell directly underneath. If that cell is filled in, then Excel will not look to the left, not look to the right, but actually copy it down as far as the data underneath. So when I double-click the fill handle here, sure enough, Excel copies the formula all the way down as far as the data in the same column. Well, when I do my Power Excel seminars, this is by far the favorite trick. I can tell from the gasps in the room that not many people know how to double-click the fill handle instead of dragging the fill handle. Next time you need to copy a formula down to thousands of rows, give it a try. Double-click the fill handle. I hope you found that helpful, and thanks for watching.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than Live Lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live Lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.